You're clean from leaks since the kernel level stuff was added. Yeah, most games, if not all, that have like kernel level going on, I've also gotten rid of. I don't like it. And I've moved anything that I like really can't have anything, you know, being seen, blah, 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 to a different device. But yeah, I had to like clean it out to be comfortable with that. Because I really don't like it. Is that most multiplayer games? At this point, yeah. That's why I was like, I give up. I can't fight against it. I have to just clean it out, you know, and have a different device that doesn't have any of that on it and just, you know, just keep things separate. That's what I do now. But man, we don't need kernel level anti-cheat for anything. We don't need it. And you should never have anything be able to access that level on your computer ever. It should just never exist. I get why it's understandable, but it sucks. I don't even think it's understandable. I think it's mildly understandable, but not very. Like, I don't think it outweighs what it could do, you know? Let's say you have really valuable, important information, whatever, stored on a drive and it's external, and then you access that using your normal PC that has kernel level, you know, or things that can access that level on it. Well, there you go. You just expose it all. So, you know, it's just not worth it. So you just have to have a laptop with a drive that you keep all your shit on or whatever. Anything you're doing online that's like super private, like if you're doing like banking, whatever. I do that elsewhere, etc. Them using it for Genshin of all the things blows my mind. That's the thing, is like, who cares about like that level of caring about cheating in Genshin? I mean, come on, man. You know, it's not even like an esport. If you're running Windows, Microsoft isn't really any more trustworthy than any other giant company. Yes, but that doesn't mean that you should just put your eggs in multiple baskets. The more entities that exist that could do this thing, the worse. And Microsoft is more likely, in my opinion, more likely to be held liable for something happening than like a random ass riot. Like a company like that would just shutter. They would just bankrupt and be like, sorry, bye, haha. You know, like there's a lot they could do there, whereas Microsoft, I think, really could not. So, but again, it's better just have one thing to worry about than like 10 randoms, you know? Nothing will ever get you away from it. Like nothing will ever be perfect, but you should strive for making it better or less likely to have an issue, at least as best you can. But there's nothing you could do to get me to have my main gaming PC be running on Linux. There's no way. I would rather throw up and die. No, because I've used Linux for things where I've had to. There are cases where you have to. No, thank you. It's so stupid to use it for your personal. It's so dumb. Especially when like a lot of stuff just doesn't run on it and you're like, I'm gonna force it by opening this VM and this thing. It's just, brother, I don't care. I think people overestimate the risk kernel drivers have. The app you run can access all your files and mess up stuff. No need for special privileges. It's not an overestimation. No, it's not. I think the average person, in the way they use their PC, it's less of a risk for them, but it's not an overexaggeration at all. It could be bad. That's all. It could be bad. That's all you need to know, really. But I do what I can to avoid it, at least. But there's no full avoiding, you know, random companies being able to do crazy shit on your computer. There's just none. You'd be surprised how well stuff works on Linux currently. No, I'm aware. I'm not unaware. I'm completely aware of how things do currently. I still think it's and I don't like it. Not like Linux is, it does what it's supposed to do, but I think like the scenario, the idea of having to use Linux for me is, you know, it's not even like difficult. It's just a big annoyance and very inconvenient. So no thanks. Better now, at least for games with Steam Deck's being so popular. I'm excited for SteamOS. I mean, it's going to be yet another company that can do. We'll see how it goes. But I think most people honestly don't need Windows. Most people really don't need specifically Windows and all the things it can do. I think they just need a thing that can access the internet and can play some games. And that is the majority of what most people want, you know? Not even the gaming part, but obviously that's what SteamOS is going to be tailored toward, right? That's why phones got so popular over people using their laptops, over them having PCs, like full tower PCs, because they just need the internet. They just want to watch videos and post on social media, and that's really all. So, you know, realistically, you don't need stuff any more than that for most people. Like, what's the name of the phone that Samsung has that flips open and it's like a dual screen with the little bendy screen in the middle? That thing's actually really good right now. There's a bunch of stuff that like you can do with it. I have a friend who has one. She was showing me and she was like, look, it unfolds and I can watch anything on it. Ooh, look, I can open multiple things. She can open multiple windows on it. And I was like, I thought it was pretty neat, and I felt that was just kind of more than most people even needed. It's pretty cool. Your mom has that because she wanted a flip phone. I have a friend with an old flip phone. I have a friend, he's in his 60s, and he's got like a really standard looking flip phone because there was a company that made one. They made a phone that does nothing but dial numbers, and that was what he wanted. So he bought it, and he was like, look, he showed me, look, I got a new flip phone. And I was like, oh, let me see it. And it was a very modern one, but it was made to just be a flip phone.